It's official. Good morning.
I did that too, so it was a success. Better than other mornings.
Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. If you're watching us today, it's because you're watching us on Facebook Live. We're actually broadcasting from Zoom, so there's a bit of a delay. Please don't get freaked out if you're trying to get through to us. It may take us a minute to see your comment. And welcome, everybody. The whole purpose of doing Art Chat is for Bogdan and I to feature the work that we're doing, the things that we have available. Everything that you see today is for sale. So if you fall in love with a piece and need it to add to your collection, we can do that. So
some blue glasses.
Including those glasses, because they help you focus, apparently. They make you smarter.
They are the glasses of an artist, guys.
They are artist glasses. They are.
It's like, I feel like that.
A little artsy fartsy.
I feel like I'm in that channel. How do you call it?
The fashion channel?
No, the one that you sell stuff.
Oh,
all gold. It's 24 carats. Oh. You're not
Home
good for
Shopping
this.
Network.
You're not good for Shopping Network. You
I
just
know.
broke it. Now you have to buy it.
Yes, there's one less available.
Oh, good morning, guys. Let's see.
What do we got today?
Let's start the presentation and see what did we put together. So the first one, guys, it's Adonis, and I have two pieces of this, Adonis and Cupid, which they kind of go together, but they certainly can go separate as well. And some time ago, as you probably know, I started the sculptural photography, the collage. Some people call it collage, but it has these 3D feelings because every layer has a depth to it. It's not just glued straight into a flat surface. And I prepare these angels for some other projects, which things change when you're in the creation process. And these were left on the table, and it's fine art photography. It's the most quality paper you can think about it. It's a archival print. And I said, I'm not gonna get rid of them. So I'm gonna have to force myself to come up with something. So this is how Cupid and Adonis came together. There are, I think they're 10 by 10, the actual work, but they're
framed bigger.
11 by 14, and I have it here, and I'll show you how lovely this is. You can see the depth in there. And
they stop people on their tracks when they walk into the studio. And can you turn it kind of sideways? Yeah, you can see that the background is raised from the mat, and then the actual photograph is raised from the background. So there's three layers, kind of a shadow box effect.
And then, there was a question then, how I have the angel, how do I put it on what kind of surface? So I created this kind of, abstract sort of background made out, it's actually a photograph at its base, but then I paint it over to make it, more interesting. And so raise some questions, what is that? It looks like a rug, like a traditional rug in a way. It could be a variety of things, but this is what I thought at the time that I should put together. So the Cupid, it's exactly the same style, except it's the angel that's facing the other direction. And I thought it was a fantastic piece. It's a small piece, 11 by 14, and fits. There is no excuse, guys. You have to collect this. I know you have an 11 by 14 room in your wall.
If not, throw another piece of art away.
Yeah. Have time to make room for new pieces.
Frank is with us. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Frank.
Hope you're doing well.
And
who's that woman?
Who's that woman? That is
that's Miss Stock Photography herself.
That is a artificial intelligence.
You think she's generated?
But anyway, guys, hope you like Adonis. It's a fantastic piece. If you haven't seen it, with your own eyes, come here by the Silver Sea Studios to take a look of it, and you will understand the beauty of it. It's almost like a piece of stone once you see it.
Like a piece of slate.
Like a sculpture.
And the colors are just great. Those muted greens, those vibrant kind of electric pinks.
Yes, because at the time I was working in these large pieces that had some sort of mysticism to them, and I didn't want it to be too colorful. And then, being in that mood at the time, I wanted to create this kind of mysterious, backgrounds that you as a viewer can go closer, can go farther, can interpret the way you want it.
They're lovely, and like I say, they stop people in their tracks when they come in the studio. So very, very nice, and such an interesting juxtaposition of that classical black and white photography with modern abstract painting. I think it's lovely.
Yeah, it's I love to explore photography and take it to next step in ways that you wouldn't imagine. You want to talk about yours?
Which one have we got? Golden Dawn. I love this painting.
I love it too.
It doesn't get much attention, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the place it's located. This is actually absolutely a mixed media piece. These are tiny little, not even 1 by 1, I don't think, inch square, cut out page out of a Latin textbook. And so there's text underneath. I glued them all down into this kind of mosaic, and then painted over with gold metallic paint, and then did kind of a splash painting over the top.
It's a fabulous.
I think the layers are amazing. I just find it really interesting, and nice to look at. It's not big. It's 16 by 20, and I've shown it before here. I've taken it to fairs, and it just doesn't get the attention I think it deserves. But one day somebody will follow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we have it kind of in a storage side of the studio. Is not in everybody's eyes, but we should.
Well, I keep putting it out, and then I say, okay, people have seen it, so I'll put it back for a while. I think it's a stunning piece. It's very reflective.
Yeah, do you have it here?
I do. It's kind of wrapped to protect the corners, but it's not a huge piece. But you can see how kind of metallic and shiny it is. I just find it particularly calming.
I don't know what. Every time I look at this piece, I'm thinking of Dali.
Oh yeah, I would have said Kandinsky, but it's a lovely piece. It has been around for a while, but I find it really, really interesting. I don't see a lot of other people doing this kind of work. So it's
good. I can see all kinds of things if you ask me, but I don't wanna say that publicly, because
you look for patterns and things, don't you?
Because and for eyes, this is what we do. We're looking for generally for shapes that we as humans recognize, and that's the most interesting part.
Yeah, but that's going to vary from person to person, and will change as you change over your lifetime. But I just think technically, I think the picture it works. I think it's a really interesting. It looks to me like a golden mosaic. Those words beneath kind of draw you in and make you feel like you want to read it, but it's in Latin and just little
This shouldn't be here.
Little segments, so it's not something most of us can read. So I just think it's an evocative piece. I think it's lovely, and would look good in your home.
Yes, it does. Very, very nice, and it's still available, right?
Yeah, it's still here.
Fantastic. So it's we're 10 minutes down the road. Guys, Frank, whomever is watching us, thank you for being here, watching, supporting us. What else? Bring us glasses of wine.
Yes, thanks for the wine glasses. Just washed them. Frank brought us some wine glasses.
And yeah, for collecting us. Guys, what else? We are not having an official open Saturday at the Silver Sea Studios, but
This week.
but our studio, as usual, will be open. Should you want to come and have some good time here in the studios, you want to with us.
Now, in between the royal coronation.
Oh, that's right.
And you should buy a piece of art as a way of commemorating.
I do have
Charles and Camilla's coronation.
I do have Urbana with a princess.
Looks kind of like
So
Camilla.
if you want to consider and mark this moment in time, you can always come over here and buy Urbana with a crown over.
We have carriage parking out front, so whatever you need to do.
And should you want a red carpet, we can put a red carpet.
Yeah, we got a red carpet.
We have it there. It's like we bought so many Turkish.
Got holes in it, but it's a red carpet.
Let's see. Guys, it's time for you to mark your calendars.
Yes.
For June the 2nd. John and I will have an exhibition here for one day at Silver Sea Studios, and it should be fantastic. We ordered the food and the drinks and everything is in place. And this is a joint exhibition.
Our first, isn't it?
And our fur, well, if you don't put the one,
Well, not the studio,
the local
but-
ones, yeah. And then this is going to be a mixture of new art from John and new Urbana works from myself.
Yeah, it's all mine will be all new work, and I'm not going to show it until that evening.
Well, I did show mine.
You
I mean,
have, but
not all of them, but I keep doing and working on stuff. I'm kind of done on creating now. It's time to finish up and polish up and get ready for the exhibition. And yes, those are kind of on the works here. And
I really love that one that on the right
there'll be new works as well. Yeah, I have it here. Actually, it's a
that's
very small
really-
one, very cute.
really successful.
Yeah, is that great?
Mhm.
So happy and so unexpected. And so 1980. But yes, this is, we've been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy. Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
And you've been busy too. I've seen your works and
Yeah, I'm in the process of creating new stuff for the show. And like I say, I'm not going to show that yet, but
however,
they're coming along nicely.
you still have new pieces, and those are the small ones that are just fabulous.
Yeah, these have just come out. I think we talked about them last time, though.
Yeah,
But
but you still
they're cataloged.
They're
and
so good that you'll have to remind your collectors that they're still available.
they are available. I'm still doing these 5x7s or 7x5s, and they're quite small, but they frame up nicely in a larger frame. And I really like the experimentation with these, and a lot of the things, a lot of the elements here are showing up in the work that I'm doing for the June 2nd show.
Mhm.
So these are really good studies, and they're lovely pieces on their own. But yeah, I like where it's going.
And we do have some other exhibition coming up here, group
Yes.
exhibition at Silver Sea Studios. We don't have yet the marketing visuals, but it will start to wind.
It will actually, our show is on the 2nd. The big show in the building is on the 3rd, and it will run from June 3rd to July the 15th. It's called Salon Summer, and it's a salon style show. And if you look behind me, this kind of the way you see these things displayed, that's kind of like a salon show. It goes back to to Paris in the 17th, 18th centuries, where people would go out on a Sunday and they would go and visit all the galleries, and they would see all these studios.
And the beauty is each artist will get a 10 feet by, I don't know, 6 feet wall on the hallways of Silver Sea Studios. And each one of us will be allowed to change the show from week to week
Right.
if they wish.
We're given our own space, our own salon, and we can decorate it any way we like and change it as often as we choose. And so that'll run through through July the 15th.
Yeah.
Those are fun shows.
Yeah, and actually, the last time we had, I had quite a nice sale coming out of that.
Yeah,
which was
I've sold from those as well.
Let's move on. You still in Mexico? Still
Yes,
something going
indeed.
on?
In fact, I've got a meeting this Thursday with Art Gallery Studios. We have an artist incubator program where there's a cohort of about 10 artists who meet with Michael Swank, who's the director, and we talk about our art and what we're doing, and look for suggestions and comments and critiques. And I'll be showing them all the new stuff that I'm working on for the June show tomorrow night, and try and get some input as to where they think I should be taking this art. It's exciting. If you haven't looked into it and you're interested, Art Gallery Studios in Mexico City, look them up. They've got all kinds of exhibition spaces, and then they have the artist incubator program as well. So it's a great thing. They also work in collaboration with Dab Art, which is a gallery that is in California, and where else? I've forgotten. A couple of places in California, here in Austin, and so because we participate in the incubator program, we're also included in Artsy, which is a great honor through the collaboration with Dab Art. So yeah, it's a nice thing, and great artists and great camaraderie to be able to work with other people all over the world and get that kind of camaraderie. I've already said that word, but that's what it is. It's a great way to share and learn and bounce your ideas off of the other creative people.
And if you guys want to know more about us, you always can go to the YouTube channel and look up John Bishop.
Coming out all the time.
Yes, we kind of slowed down lately because we are involved in so many projects. There's not much time left, but something new will come soon.
Oh yeah. But I just put out a podcast. I do a podcast, both online, audio as well as visual. We do this show. We do the vlog, and I blog.
There is no excuse.
Yeah, if we're slowing down on one thing, it's not like we're not doing anything else.
All right, so let's look at this. You like a Mickey Mouse here.
I do look just like Mickey Mouse.
Let's see. The second part of the show brings to a new piece called City Winter. It's not that new, but it's new. I know it's spring and it's hot, and this should probably be shown in the winter time, but that doesn't matter really. It's brings some coolness in the house.
Absolutely.
Guys, this is kind of a bird view. How do you call that? A
bird's eye view.
Bird's eye view of a cityscape where in the winter, where this is how I envision, when the leaves of the trees are out, you can focus more on patterns. There's rounds and crosswalks and the shape of the building. And there is this all the time. When you walk in the city in the winter, maybe less in Houston, but more in New York, it's cold and you have this steam coming out of either sewage or subways or air conditioners and creates that pinkish peach color floating around. So this is the idea of it.
I love the colors. I love the pastel look. I love the layering. You look up close, you see these layers of lots of things going on, and as you zoomed in on that, the patterns, it's reminiscent of language, but it's not language.
And it's, I've done it, and it stays here in the storage back on the studio. And I was like, I never remember to even show this before. And as a matter of fact, that I put this together, I needed some information for my website, and I realized, it's not on the website either. So, so it's time to.
That's easily fixed.
To show some things. So I took it for a walk
it's
around.
Size.
It's a 48 by 36. This one. and it's great. I mean, would look fantastic with a darker frame as well.
Yeah, it would look. I think this is one that would benefit from a frame. It's not. It's
It's
70.
25 maybe thick, but it doesn't matter.
It's not the thick gallery wrap, but which makes it more conducive for the frame.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
but it's a lovely size,
City Winter.
striking piece.
The colors are,
Very calming, and yet there's a lot going on.
and the stripes that you see on the middle of it could be, the idea of dry branches, but it could be the cables of of an electric bus or tramway, whatever that is. It's a movement all the time.
I like it. Do you have it here?
You know what? I do have it here. Thanks you for mentioning. It's massive, guys. So wish me luck.
Yeah, it's lovely. Good size.
Fabulous. So yeah, there it is, available.
Ta-da!
All right, your turn.
My turn.
What, you don't remember?
I have to see it because I never know how to say this. These are my jumeaux d'or.
Tell me why Jumodo?
Jumeaux is French for twins, and so it's the golden twins. I created these as a diptych, although they could be sold separately. I really wanted to experiment with gold, reflectiveness, and pattern and texture. So what I did was I created these kind of almost frame-like structures with mastic, and just created these really intricate patterns around the edges. And then I wanted to experiment with the gold. When we lived in Russia for a while, and I would see these amazing buildings that were painted gold with greens, with pinks, and just the way those things go together. And so what I did with these is I put kind of a bronze gold around the edges, and I put a green in the middle, and then I painted over the whole thing in gold. So there is this kind of haunting mixture of green underneath and bronze underneath. And it doesn't show so much up in these pictures, but one of the things I like to work with gold is that it changes as the day goes by. As you move through the room, you see different parts of it because of the reflectiveness of the paint. And so I've got them here.
It's almost like those Egyptian gold plates.
Yeah,
very gaudy.
It struck me that they don't have any place for you to focus, but I do think they're nice. They're nice size. They're 30 by 40. They could be hung either way, but I see them better portrait. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can see that kind of green undertone here in the middle, and then the edges are darker, creating these little frames.
Maybe you should write here, available.
But yes, they look like gold bars. And I thought maybe I needed to use foil, but I thought, no, they look fine the way they are.
They look great. No need for, I see now, I can see some
of the bronze
gold, bronze color under.
And it does peek through. And again, I love having pieces that when you're up close, you have a different experience from when you're across the room. But as you can see, they're reflective. I can see the green coming through. I like them. They're just big swatches of color, and I think they would, they wouldn't work in every room, but they would certainly work in many. And again, they are two the same, so they can be, they're not identical, but the same patterns. I just think they're nice. And together they could make quite a statement on a wall, particularly if you've got something minimalist or if you've got a busy wall that you want to calm down. I think they'd be very, very pretty.
But even if you have a busy house, this works fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's see. Let's move back to the presentation because I don't remember what's there left. So yes, Jument d'or,
Jumeau d'or.
40 by 30.
Everything sounds better in French.
Yes, it does. But yeah, this is kind of the end of the show, and I think I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoy what we share with you today, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Or come by on Saturday,
at the same time.
in between the royal festivities, and we'll be here. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, we need some bling.
Okay, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.